All right, let's shift our focus now. The third round of technical and high-level nuclear negotiation talks between the United States and Iran are underway in Oman. And amid the talks, an explosion has been reported in Iran's largest commercial port. At least 115 have been injured in a massive explosion in southern Iranian province of Hormozgan, which is around 1,000 kilometers away from the capital, Tehran. The blast reportedly caused due to an explosion of a fuel tank at Shahid Rajai Airport. The Iranian delegation, headed by Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, is holding talks with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff after both sides reported progress in previous meetings. The Iranian state media has reported that nuclear talks between the two nations may be extended as it has entered technical and expert-level negotiations. According to Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson, Iran's defense and missiles programs are not part of the discussion and hasn't been raised in the indirect talks. The spokesperson further added that the dialogue is being mediated by Omani Foreign Minister Badr al-Busaidi, and who appeared with Araghchi at a book signing event in Muscat on Saturday morning. The meeting follows two earlier rounds of Omani-mediated negotiations in Muscat and Rome, starting on the 12th of April. In a post on social media platform X, the Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson said that Tehran is determined to protect the legal and legitimate rights of the Iranian people to use nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. U.S. President Donald Trump said preventing Iran from having a nuclear weapon would ultimately save the regime billions and billions of dollars.
What do you think any kind
the Iran situation is coming out very well. We've had a lot of talks with them, and I think we're going to have a deal. I'd much rather have a deal than the other alternative. That would be good for humanity. Having a nuclear weapon is really expensive, but it's also very dangerous, and they can't have a nuclear weapon. And just that, I'm saving them billions and billions of dollars, because that's what it would cost.
I'm in Muscat, Oman, the site of the third round of talks between Iran and the United States over Tehran's rapidly advancing nuclear program. Now, what's different this time is this is going to see experts be involved, and these experts will drill down to the details necessary to potentially get any deal across the finish line. That includes how much uranium Iran could potentially hold, to what level, if any, it would be allowed to enrich that uranium, and other details about its program. Now, at risk is the program itself, which experts warn already has enough enriched uranium to potentially allow Iran to build several nuclear weapons, should it choose to do so. And the Americans under President Donald Trump have warned that they are willing to militarily strike Iran should a deal not be reached. Now, all this is coming as tensions in the Middle East are very high over the ongoing Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip, and whether or not this deal comes across the finish line could be the difference to see whether or not those tensions further escalate and put the region at risk.
Meanwhile, thousands of Yemenis hit the streets of Sana'a in a show of solidarity with Palestinians in the Gaza Strip and to protest intense U.S. airstrikes targeting Houthi rebels. U.S. Central Command spokesperson David Eastman said that the U.S. has struck more than 800 Houthi targets. According to U.S. defense officials, Houthi rebels in Yemen have shot down 7 U.S. Reaper drones in less than 6 weeks. A loss of aircraft worth more than $200 million in what is becoming the most dramatic cost to the Pentagon of the military campaign against the Iran-backed militants. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.